NBA 2K24 is here and you're ready to make your build. And today we're going to talk about playmaking, going to guide you along the way to help you get a comprehensive understanding of what you need to do with NBA 2K24. All right. So whether you're new or somebody who's been around, this is a critical thing. I'm going to be showcasing all of the badge requirements, just talking about what you need to pay attention to for the builds you're going to be making. Everybody's build is different. Some players are going to be heavily on ball. Maybe you're even a post player. There are some badges specifically for you guys. There's so much more. So let's get into it and dive down a rabbit hole. As you can see here, got a 99 on everything on this build. We're not going to watch a lot. You're only going to be seeing the badge requirement information. First and foremost, unpluckable. To me, whatever build you make needs to have some unpluckable for the most part. If you're a center or a spot up, you don't have to worry about ball handle or post control too much to try to meet these requirements. But other than that, whether you're the main guard or the off ball guard, having some ball control is useful. Okay, at a 70, that's not too high of a requirement for ball handle, and same thing with post control. If you're going to be trying to post people up, that's very good. So for me personally, I think a 92 is the sweet spot on gold for both. But if you want to go to Hall of Fame, it's going to cost you, but it is something you can do. Now we're going to go into LoBots. As you can see right here, this specific new mechanic is going to allow you to basically speed through. It's a risky thing, but it's going to be an interesting year to see how this one plays out. Now for this, the requirements have more than just one thing. So it's ball handle, speed with ball, and acceleration. All right. I think ball handling guards automatically should have this. At least at silver at minimum. And for silver, you need an 84 ball handle and a 75 speed with ball with a 73 acceleration. That's easy. Any guard, even the big giant guards, will be able to get that, in my opinion. If you're going to be a great ball handler, it's definitely doable. And then from there, we're going to roll on down to hyperdrive. As you can see, hyperdrive is not requesting too much for gold on 83. For me this year, 80 gold badges are the wave. All right, not so far, until I get my hands on the game and really go down a rabbit hole. But from what I'm seeing, with these requirements, a 91 for speed with ball is extremely high. And then your speed at a 90, that's extremely high. But if you're one of the smaller guards, you're going to be able to get this easily. Okay. Physical handles. This is to be able to stop those body ups that people are going to be trying to do. In my opinion, a lot of builds should have this. It's going to be hard to meet the strength requirements for this, but if you can get there, you'll be just fine and you'll go forward. At least having it on 60, in my opinion, 63 for example, shouldn't cost you too much on your build if you can do that. A little bit of physicality is going to help change the game, and it's going to be a special thing this year with the new mechanics. There's a lot of new mechanics for strength being on these badges. All right, speed booster. Somebody about to get mad at me. Yes, speed booster is gonna be meta for all guards. You better be able to guard this, and we're not talking about defense. That's another video. I do have that. You can go check it out. But on this video, speed booster is crazy important. For me personally, a 92 for guards, that's reasonable when it comes to ball handle. Okay, and it's not asking too much when it comes to speed with ball at an 83. You can hit that, and then a 86 for regular speed, and then an 87, of course, for acceleration. But of course, remember, my recommendation isn't that I think you should automatically have this equipped, but it is very powerful from what we've seen. And again, I'll do a review on this. So you can check it out on the channel for this specific badge. All right, with that out of the way, touch passer is gonna be clutch. I think every player should at least try to get over 74 for passing. Okay, the meta is gonna be in the 70s, the mid 70s. I think for builds who are not really gonna be passing a lot, off ball players and things like that. Your job isn't to pass, fine. Give me a 75, right? Give me a 74 to meet this requirement, because this isn't about your passing. This is about the speed that you can throw the secondary pass. Okay, so I get the ball and I can throw it real quick and not have to hold it and go through a long animation. So touch passer to me will be very critical. Get it on bronze. Don't play with me. Other than that, if you're guard, having it at a main point guard, having at an 82 is automatic. Like, you better have it at least on silver. All right, with that out of the way, this is more for anybody, every build, whether you're a big man, whether you're a spot up or the guard. Triple strike is going to allow you to do triple threat moves and be more efficient with them. So I do think that this can be useful. There's a lot of requirements for it, and I'm not sure how efficient it is until I test it. Go check the channel once the game is dropped. If you're watching this later, for sure going to be very useful. Then you got needle threader. This is strictly for the point guards mainly, and maybe even the centers. You know, you should definitely have more than a 77 if you're a point guard. And if you're a center, 77 is a sweet spot, in my opinion. Needle threader and another badge in a minute that I'll talk about are key for centers. All right, so then I would say an 86 for point guards is the minimum. All right. Ball handles. If you're one of those dribble heavy players, this is a no-brainer. All right. Having it at an actual 80 is so easy for almost any build if you really want any guard. But for the actual dribble heads, 91 and higher, very important. All right. And now we're going to get into just some loose badges that I'm not going to categorize separately. Excuse me, sorry about that. But ankle breaker, something fun. It's not necessarily a must-have, but if you're like me and you like, you know, saucing it up a little bit, a 93 for Hall of Fame, it's doable for ball handle. And then of course, bailout. This is a big discussion. They made the requirement an 87 for bronze. Okay, so if you really one of those guys that don't know how to be efficient with the ball and pass out of it all the time, you're gonna want this. I personally think that this is a great requirement height. So that's gonna make people have better pass accuracy or stop doing bad passes. Okay. The one that I was talking about earlier that's gonna help the centers, for example, is break starter. All right. At a 75, you're able to do more break starters, and that's gonna give you a silver version. And this is important for centers when they're doing outlet passes. All right. Big passes. And we're not going to get into all of these. There's simple ones, but the principle is you got post playmaker, for example. This is a big man style most of the time, or one of the Kobe builds. This right here, the highest requirement is a 90, okay, for pass accuracy. Or you can have post control at an 88. So it's the decision on how you want to play. All right. That's pretty much it when it comes to playmaking. There's a couple more badges. The relay badge, an interesting one to get boost someone's shot. And then last but not least, the special delivery for alley-oops and things like that at a 91 for Hall of Fame. All right, so now reason I'm closing it out like this, I want y'all to know that these are the official requirements, but we will get more news on the requirements for animations when it comes to dribbles. Passing and dribbling. I will definitely have some videos for that, so make sure you check that out. I do have defense, finishing, and shooting overall for you guys to look at and then break down as well. So go check those out. Hope I earned your like, subscribe, and comment. If I did, it's much love and respect. I'll see you guys on the court. Bless up.